Welcome to the Barstow Community Voice. Today I'm your host, Kojo Pukwafrane, and I'm here with the lovely Mr. Genfi. Mr. Genfi, how are you?
Not bad, Kojo, yourself.
Good.
And how is education going?
It's going well.
Okay.
Today I'll just ask you some questions, so more like an interview. So my first question is, Mr. Genfi, how was Barstow in the early days?
In the early days when we came in, Barstow School was not in existence. It was called the new school. We came in when it was in the new school. And I think later Mr. Ali with a couple of people tried to bring in Barstow. And so far Barstow too has done very well for our kids. Yeah.
What made you believe in the Barstow vision from the beginning?
Okay, so with the Barstow vision, mostly it was because of the common core we brought in. And then with the common core, it's more of what you do than just a normal syllabus. So I'm sure you see that sometimes your syllabus changes. Yeah, unlike the regular ones, the other ones, it just keeps on. So with the common core, we have it changing. Yeah.
What were your hopes for the school when it was being established?
Oh, I knew the school would achieve its aim. I knew with Shane, I think that time Shane them were in, so with a couple of them, and we knew that, yeah, and then I think we started, then we brought in Miss Roro, which I knew that, yes, definitely, because from when you check from their bio, it tells you a lot that they have experience when it comes to academics and all those things.
What does it mean to you, like, to be considered a pioneer of the school?
So actually, we are just looking for the best for our kids. So it's not necessarily me being a pioneer of the school. It's about being seen that, okay, this school has the same vision that I have for my kids. And if it has to fall in line, then we have to take our kids there. So there's nothing so special about being a pioneer. I'm just a regular parent like every other parent. It doesn't matter when you came first or you didn't come first. It's about how your kid will be impacted. That's the most important thing.
Why did you choose Barstow for your children?
How did I choose Barstow?
No, why?
Why? It's like I said earlier, because of common core. And then also when we came in, I'm the type I will even go through the whole syllabus before the syllabus is being released. I'm able to request for that. So I think what I liked about Barstow was they try to make sure by grade 1, you could read. You could read a storybook. You could, and your pre-case, at least you could pronounce certain words properly. Yeah. So at least if you can read and write, that is the most important thing. I think with that, we can do any other thing.
How has your experience as a Barstow parent evolved over the years?
Not so bad. There are good ones. There are ones that we can improve on. But so far, I think we are doing well. They are doing well. And we all are doing well. Parents, teachers, and then the students themselves are doing well. We are hoping it gets to wherever everybody has a vision it has to get to.
In what ways have you seen your children grow academically and personally?
Okay, so one thing about Barstow that I like, every child has that confidence. So you see that with Barstow school kids, wherever you meet them, they are very confident. And that is it. That is all.
What qualities do you think Barstow develops well in students?
Like I said, the confidence. Yes. When a kid has confidence, that's it. There's nothing else that nobody can show him or her. So Barstow is good at building kids' confidence.
What major milestones in the school's journey make you most proud?
So when we came in early, it was just it was more of like a nursery thing because there was chief. So chief is more of writing external exams. But we brought in our kids when we didn't even know whether they were going to write a D, C, or whatever they were going to write. But although we're there, now you can see that the school has this channel that is going through. At least we have up to certain grades that we know then we are going this way. So at least we've been part of it from day one when we had only about 8 or 9 kids, which was like Mieti, I think Zubeida, Kojo himself, Nunana, and then there's I think they are no more here. So I've forgotten their name. They were part of the people that we started the school with.
How have you seen the school grow and improve over time?
The school has grown, like I said, for a couple of years. Watching other schools that had come in about 10 years ago, the school is below 10 years, but it's doing massively well. At least is trying to compete with the big schools around. It's doing very well, and we're hoping the school can do better. But there are more rooms for improvement. So I think as far as we are human beings, we relate as parents, as students, if they are able to link up with the teachers and then the heads, I think we will be able to push the school the way everybody feels it has to go.
Why is parental involvement important in sustaining your school's success?
Without the parents, we the parents, in as much as we bring our students, our kids here and leave it with the teachers. Yes, the teachers know our kids better than we do, but we also know our kids better than the teachers do. So it's a 50-50 thing. So without the involvement of parents, it's not about just coming to drop your kid and pay the bills. If there's no involvement, actually, we are not helping the growth of the kids. So it's very necessary that every parent involves himself in the school's activities.
What advice would you give parents considering joining Barstow?
Barstow is a good school. Barstow is a school when you are in, there's a possibility of your son or your ward achieving something or being somebody great. And we all want greatness for our kids. So then why don't you take him or her to where greatness is? And that is to Barstow.
As a professional and parent, what does quality education mean to you?
Quality education. Okay, so let me ask you, how do you understand quality education?
That's good education.
So do you want good education for yourself?
Of course.
So I think you've answered the question for me.
So what values do you believe every young person should develop?
Truthfulness, honesty, and then you build your self-esteem. That's the three things.
And what do you mean by build your self-esteem?
It's on a large scale, so it takes a process. Building a self-esteem is being able to, like I said, the confidence. Yes, that is the most important thing. So building your self-esteem is more about knowing who you are and what you can do to help the society.
What role should schools play in shaping character, not just academics?
I think so far Barstow is doing well. So with this question, I will not be in the perfect position to answer, but I don't have any problem with how Barstow handles their students in shaping them to become. I know some of the kids will tell you if they have any complaint, they'll run to Miss Roro's office. Miss Roro, somebody did this to me. So it goes beyond even the academics. There's a relation. For a kid to be able to walk into an adult's office and give a complaint means there's a relation. If there's no relation, the kids will be scared to even go. So the relation is there. That's why we trust the teachers. That's why we leave our kids with them.
What leadership qualities do you think students should begin building now?
Leadership qualities should be building now. I think the only thing about, let's say, our settings, I only blame Barstow School. It's the educational settings that is here. We don't really involve the kids into the agro sector, which is like the agriculture, like for kids to know text. Let's try and build something like we are trying to shape something, maybe construction. We're trying to build blocks. It's more of, we don't do the practicals. We're always doing so that is it. I think we can work on that one.
So the last question, what message would you like to leave with every Barstow student listening right now?
Yeah, every Barstow student listening right now. So what message do you want me to do for you?
It depends.
It depends.
It depends on you.
No, I'll say mine, so you to tell me.
They should be confident. They should never let anybody tell them that they can't do something.
Thank you. And that's all we want from you people. Like I said, confidence. So I like it that when you were trying to sum it up for me, you use the confidence. And that's it. So every kid should be confident, brilliant, be honest. And then there's a community school. So community means oneness.
Mr. Genfi, thank you for sharing your journey and your wisdom. This has been the Barstow Community Voice. Kojo Puka Friday signing out.